will be a better.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty
Mhm.
nice. Yeah, well, fortunately, we have a short week, right? This Friday, there will be no class, of course, because it's the Mexico's celebration. So we are going to work from Monday to Thursday, and then no class on Friday. Okay, which is I give you this good news to you. You know,
Okay. Thank
yeah,
you, teacher.
that's gonna be like for you to have a relaxation time. Do you have plans for Friday?
Yeah, yes, I my mom will make pozole,
Make.
make pozole, and we celebrate with my sister, my husband, my sons, and my other members of my family.
Nice. That's very
Um,
nice. So you're gonna have a party.
um, maybe yes,
Mhm.
this is just.
That's very nice. Very nice. And what about Perla? What are your plans for this Friday?
This Friday, I need to work in my morning,
Mhm.
and then I will have um, yes, like a special meeting with my father's family.
Okay,
And
cool.
then in the night, I will have a party,
Of
a
course.
crazy party with my friends.
Nice. That's
Yes.
so cool. So cool.
And
Very nice.
you?
That's a plan.
You have plans?
That's pretty much it. I have a very similar plan as yours.
Nice.
Very similar. It's gonna be a party at night, and I need to get ready. I actually need to. I'm not going to cook, but I'm going to get some pozole for the night. Yeah.
And on Saturday, you don't have others lesson, or yes?
Not yet. Actually, fortunately, not for the moment. I used to, but it was going to be canceled either way. In the calendar, we marked it from January that Saturday there's no class.
Ah, nice.
So we
So
can
you can continue your party on Friday.
exactly non-stop, you know? We're gonna continue until one of us like gets crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a plan. Very nice. So here are the good news. Okay. The good news are we are not going to have class on Friday. Keep it in mind. So let's take all these chances to review. And actually, I want to do something special with you these days, doing this conversation practice, because I want to do a little review on all the topics that we have been checking until now. And I think that the most important topics that we should take into consideration in order to speak correctly. Because I want you to have more and more abilities at the moment of progress. In this moment, we are in month number 3. We are reaching our third evaluation. So one of the most important topics that we have practiced are very useful for building sentences and building better sentences. So these are the topics that we should start. No, not should, must start implementing while producing the language. Okay. One thing is to speak fluently, and another one is to speak thinking about the words that you are going to say. I am not interested in making you speak fluently yet, but I want you to start checking structures and implementing new words that don't exist in Spanish. So with practice, you can speak fluently. Okay. In order to reach the next level of English, we need to start using words that we have seen in the past, which include number 1, verbs. The verbs that we have seen in the past, no? The difference between these verbs and these verbs, which is, what is the difference between using excite, confuse, encourage, bored, etc. versus exciting and excited, confusing and confused, encouraging and encouraged? Distinguish the difference between these words. Number two, article omission. Article omission is which sentences are correct to say and which sentences are not correct to say when you are using the. It's necessary to omit the article in many occasions. So one of the most common mistakes that we commit in this particular level is the article. We use the article for everything, you know, and that's incorrect. Number three, using adverbs as you speak. Adverbs include these words that I want to show you. Where are adverbs? Let me find it, okay? I'm trying to find the words of common adverbs to use. Found it. These. Common adverbs to use, including the word as, including the word even, including the word unless, as if. Here's another list. Here, haha. As, even, if, just, or so, enough. And I would like to add unless, you know, the word unless is very useful too, which is usually used for conditions. Are you familiar with the word unless? Who knows the word unless? No? You don't know the word unless? You don't know the word unless? Okay, let me help you with it. And I have it right here. It's B1. That's the reason I don't have it included. But if we need to include it, let's do it. Help me with this definition. Where are you? Perla, give me the definition of unless and the first two examples.
Unless use it to say that something can only happen or be true in a particular situation.
Pronunciation, use in past?
Used
Exactly, used.
Used to say that something can only happen or be true in a particular situation.
Mhm.
You won't get paid for time off unless you have a doctor's note.
Good.
I won't tell them, not unless you say I can.
Pronunciation is not unless, watch out.
Unless.
Yeah, and the stress, the strong syllable is represented by this apostrophe. The
Okay.
syllable that is next to the apostrophe is a strong one. So it's not unless, it's unless.
Unless. Yeah, okay.
Okay, read again the second example.
I won't tell them, not unless you say I can. Unless
Right.
Unless.
Unless. Mhm.
Unless.
That sounds good.
And all the time is the same with the apostrophe.
Right. Mhm. Every time you have the apostrophe, the
Yeah.
syllable next to it directly is the strong one.
Okay.
Got it? So good. That's correct. Unless this is very similar to say if not. But we never use it. If not, the correct expression is unless. Got it? This is considered an adverb. And we need to use this adverb as well. And finally, last but not least, I will give you the information of the new structures that we have seen up to today, which is passive voice, when it's necessary to use passive voice and when it's not. And here it is. Passive voice in a nutshell. When it's necessary to use them and when it's not. And the other ones, which is causative verbs. Check 288. That's it. So I will organize this information in a moment. I'm going to give you like these pictures in front of you, so you can have a little inspiration of on when and where we saw these topics. Right? If you have any question about how to use them, of course you are welcome to ask. Okay. The idea is that you take your time. I'm going to ask you for an opinion about the topics that you have in front. You can tell me an opinion about any topic that you have in front. I'm going to give you a transcription, and then I'm going to pass you your own transcription through WhatsApp, and you will implement more information into the same opinion that you wanted to say. You can extend your opinion using adverbs, using passive voice, using causative verbs, using the structures that we have seen up to today. So you can start changing the way you produce the language. So here it is. The topics that we are going to touch are here. And over here, we have the topics that we have seen. The first thing, these two are structures. Okay? And these two are for B2 vocabulary, including adverbs in a moment. So that's the mission. The mission is to give me an extensive opinion about the following topics. You will select your topic. Tell me, for example, Mitch, help me read the topics that we have available and select one. 1, 2, 3, action, Mitch.
Princess Diana was murdered by the British royal family because she was going to marry a Muslim.
Correct. This is a conspiracy theory. Says that she was actually murdered because of that.
Okay.
Number 2.
The Apollo moon landing was a hoax filmed in a studio by Stanley Kubrick.
That's right. Hoax is a story that official information makes you think and convinces everybody that it's true when actually it's not true. That's a hoax, a plan to deceive a lot of people.
Hoax. Okay.
And Stanley Kubrick is one of the most influential directors, movie directors from that era. He directed 2001, A Space Odyssey. He directed The Shining. He directed the Clockwork Orange. Very, very movies.
It's very famous.
Super famous. In the same time,
Yes.
the Apollo landing existed. That's the reason people.
That's suspicious.
Very suspicious, precisely that. There's a lot of people who thinks that the moon landing is actually staged by him.
Yes.
Okay, letter C.
Okay. 9/11 was planned by the US government as an excuse to invade Iraq and so gain control of its oil.
That's pretty interesting. They say that there was an insurance over an insurance on the buildings in case of terrorist attack that was actually signed 2 weeks before the attack by coincidence. Again, mysterious.
It's a conspiracy.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
final. Alexander the Great, Adolf Hitler, Emiliano Zapata, and Francisco I. Madero were gay?
Oh, yes. There's a lot of stories that they say people affirm and confirm that they were actually gay. Which is like a massive story gap that nobody is speaking about because there was a lot of repression in the past. Which topic is more interesting to you?
All of them.
I know.
But,
I am addicted to these topics.
I don't know. Maybe letter A.
Letter A. Cool. All right. In the case of Perla, what topic is more interesting to you?
B.
B. Cool. Interesting. And what about Carlita? What topic do you think is more interesting?
I don't know. Maybe letter C.
Letter C. If you let me add another one. If you're not sure about this, you can say conspiracy theories are unofficial, are just people's imagination. Creating stories that wouldn't be possible at all. Like in general, we can actually contradict the 4 stories if we are not believers of that. Do you still choose letter B?
The last point, teacher, we can talk about the other conspiracy theories that I know, if I understand well.
No. The last one means that if you agree with letter E, conspiracy theories are just people's imagination. You don't. If you select letter E, you don't believe. in conspiracy theories at all. The idea is that you give me your opinion.
Okay. Maybe this letter.
You prefer letter E, right?
Yes.
For
yes.
some reason, I don't know why. I thought you were you were going to choose that one. Yeah, really
Okay.
nice. The idea is that you give us our opinion, girls. Okay, so I'm going to take notes on your opinion. You can speak for about 2 minutes, and then we are going to go through a review that you are going to do yourself. And then you are going to pass me this review on WhatsApp. Let's start with Mitch. Let me open my book of corrections. And let's start. Mitch, you're going to have 2 minutes to talk.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. When you start, the clock starts.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I heard about this topic before. The Princess Diana was an important figure in the British royalty. So it was very important to control her, and she was very uh, an unusual person. She did the opposite that the crown said. So it was very important the um, to the queen to control everything that she said and she did, and to marry with a Muslim, it was very dangerous for the crown. It will the no the problems that this marriage did will to the crown was very dangerous about the behavior of the princess and every people around her. So maybe that's why the crown ordered to kill her. I don't know.
Okay, so I have your transcription here. You can include some words to make it sound like it's a possibility. There are some words that you can use precisely with talking about this vocabulary, everything we have seen before, to make it sound that is probable, that you have the theory, that this is
And
your
would,
opinion. Exactly. Models like
yes,
would,
teacher, I forgot. I remember that until now. I'm
after
sorry.
the yes, the clock stopped.
Yes,
That's precisely the point.
yes.
That's precisely the point. After you finish, you are going to review your own speech. So I'm going to send it to you
Okay,
right now. I'm sending it to you via WhatsApp.
okay,
And what you're going to do is to take some time to review it, enhance it, make it better, and then you're going to read it to me again.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
here it is. Next, Perla.
I
When you
know.
start,
No, wait.
No problem.
I was reading about all this conspiracy.
Conspiracy. Yes.
Conspiracy. But actually, I cannot feel me very comfortable with that.
With which? With
With
the topic or with
the topic, yes.
Oh, do you want to change it?
I think maybe yes, because now I am very confused.
Confused in past, because confusing is another thing.
Yeah.
I am confused. The topic is confusing.
Yeah.
So in this moment, you are
Confused.
exactly. That's correct. You're confused about the topic, so you want to
I
change
am,
it.
yes, because I am confused also because I mean, I can understand that you want that I need to do, but also not.
Oh, what if you tell me, spend the 2 minutes talking about why this topic makes you confused?
Okay. Yeah.
That can actually help.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's go. So why does the Apollo moon landing makes you confused? 3, 2, 1, go.
These topics make me confused because I know Stanley Kubrick, but by other movies, but especially with this thing, I am very like I don't know about that. So for this reason, I cannot say like more things because I cannot feel me very. I don't have the security that I need to say, and I don't want to make mistakes. So maybe I can talk more about Stanley Kubrick, and he was a director of movies, and especially I remember other movie of this director, and is the Mechanic Orange. Yes, is the traduction.
In English, it's the Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork.
Mhm.
Ah,
Well,
okay,
I can
nice.
show you.
Yeah, so this movie was very interesting for me because I saw this movie in my high school and was like very hard in that moment. No, I think all this movie have a especially trauma, or they I think he want to make you feel like very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So you can have weird feelings, and after the movie maybe you need to see again and again, and then you can have like different like comments about the movie. No, so for many people maybe can be nice, but for others it's like not very nice. Yeah, that's all.
Good. Okay, you speak very fast. Jesus Christ. Can be very nice, but for others, can. Okay. Very good. Do you have the structures handbook with you?
Where is that?
The structures handbook is one of the in your starter kit. There was a PDF that contains all the structures that exist in English.
And I don't know.
Check your email. It should be there. Jessie
Maybe in
sent
the
you
first email, no?
yeah, correct. The welcome email. You will
Yeah.
have the structures handbook. I want you to check structure 7 because structure 7 has all the modals, which is could, can, might, may, should, etc. You
Yeah, I
need
think
to implement them.
it's
So
with the other lessons. No.
with the other
Yes.
lessons before that email, there was another one.
Okay, I'm going to check, but actually I am checking now and I only have one, and with the calendar and
The one I think is the one with the calendar.
phonetics sounds.
Let me check. Don't you have one PDF with this information?
No.
Really? I'm gonna send to you back. So meanwhile, I send it to you. Please screenshot
yes.
this slide.
Or maybe
Okay.
yes, and I don't know.
Probably. Because
Yeah. I saw it's a link. No, yeah.
it's a PDF. It's not a link. Have you found it?
No.
Don't worry. Let's search for it later. Meanwhile, take a screenshot on this slide. This slide is the one that I am telling you about.
Yeah.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I will pass you the part that I transcribed, and you need to enhance it and implement better expressions using adverbs, using different structures. Try to correct it using these modals. I'm going to show you adverbs and the other structures later on.
Okay. Yeah.
So in your case, you're going to use this structure 7.
Okay. Thanks.
Now, Carlita.
Yes, teacher.
Set the clock
Cons
and we start.
okay.
Action.
Conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
Conspiracy theories. It's interesting for me because I don't know why people believe them without having a study or document to support this information. No, and the most recently conspiracy theories was about the COVID-19. I remember I read a lot of theories about how this health problem was created. No, the first one was because the population in the world was uh, there are a huge population, and was important to reduce this. No, and the second was about it's about the vaccines, because the most important for this is why in a short time create a vaccine for the whole world. No, when there are another diseases in the world that during a lot of years there aren't a vaccine for them. So I think it's very important to the people to confirm if the information that they share for the other people is true or not, because create a lot of panic in the population, I think. And that's all, Peter.
Okay. Okay. Let me check my spelling because you speak too fast too. And
I try to speak slowly, Peter. Slow.
well, you didn't. You spoke way too quickly. But anyway,
Okay.
I'm trying to, when you are speaking quickly, there are so many, like one thing is to speak slow, and the other thing is like to speak considering construction of sentences, correct verbs, like to remember the thing that we are practicing in the morning, that like saying the same sentence and correcting it. This is
Yes.
the strategy that I want you to see, not to go slowly, you know. I'm not talking about speed. It's more about correcting yourself, going back and correcting, going back and correcting. So there was a lot of mistakes that I wanted to, that are necessary to correct, that you didn't catch. So you need to find the way to understand your own mistakes so you can go back and correct yourself. You know, I'm gonna send you the transcript. And that's also for you girls, for Mitch and for Perla. Whenever you are talking quickly, you're going to commit a lot of mistakes that you are not going to catch at the moment. So it's better that you take your time to consider the sentence completely before you finish the sentence, no? Or if you finish the sentence and you detect and you remember the correction, go back and say the sentence again. That's for everyone. And so let me just erase what huge population was going to reduce. This one is about the patient because the most important patients create a vaccine for this. It's very important to the people because information, and that's all. Information. Because okay, I send to you, Carlita.
Thank you.
So please review the information that I sent to you and try to correct it yourself. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to consider all these structures. And if you need some screen, ask for it and I can put it to you on the screen. Meanwhile, let me make a screen especially about adverbs so you can implement more words. Okay. 1, 2, 3, action. If you have any question, let me know. Thinking verbs are important too. Pay attention to Jessie because Jessie is in the chat. Hello, Jess. Are you there? Yes. Hello, hello. No audio. There you are.
Yes, hi, thank you. So thank you everyone. I would the attendance, please. Is he Mish? Hi, Mish.
Hello, yes. Good night.
Good night, Mish. Thank you, Denise. Hi, Denise.
Hello, Jessie. Good night.
Good night, Denise. Thank you. And Perla. Hi, Perla. Good night.
Yes, good night.
Thank you. So thank you everyone to be here. And have a good night. See
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow. See
Thank you.
you.
Cheryl. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
How's it going, girls? Difficult? Perfect. Very good, Perlita. Definitely, we are going to expand this task for tomorrow, because we are going to talk about details and how to enhance your speech. That's going to help you a lot. And I want to cover again to review all the different adverbs and vocabulary that we have seen before, because there's a lot of information that you can implement until now. That's going to help us review for Perla, and for you girls, you're going to see it twice. So that's going to be important. Okay, so don't worry. If you don't finish right now, you don't need to hurry. Some inspiration will come tonight, tomorrow morning, before the class. Something is going to happen. So if the light sparks, you can add it to your corrections. Do you have any question?
No.
Awesome.
No,
Let's
teacher.
continue tomorrow. Okay. Keep this text with you so we can continue with the same exercise tomorrow.
Thank you,
Sure.
teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
You
Good
too.
night.
Have a very good
Good
day.
night.
I'll see you
Bye
tomorrow.
bye.
Bye, girls.
Bye.